for them being a little late. I was busy last night, seeing a friend, and then I didn't sleep well at all, you know. I had really bad stomach aches and was awake the whole night, and then I was trying to drive my nephew to and from football, which is quite a drive away, and I was falling asleep at the wheel. It was really, really bad. So I got into bed for a few hours. It's just a lack of sleep, because I didn't sleep last night at all. So hoping for a good night's sleep tonight. I've had a proper chilled one today, so that should help. Let's do a little bit of sage. So we're going to be doing Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces, okay? I've got a really busy week ahead, so I will be doing a couple of signs each evening, as I did this week. But I've got my interview to prepare for, so you just have to bear with me, guys. The signs will get done. Okay. I've got my beautiful amethyst to help me connect to spirit. So starting off with Sagittarius, let's have a shuffle. I don't know if you've ever done this, but I was meant to see my friend and got myself all dolled up, got to the pub where we were meeting, and she kept checking the name and the time, and I was waiting for it, and she was just silent, and I was like, is it next Friday? And she was like, and it is. So I actually got ready for the wrong so I came home and I thought I've got in my head that I was gonna be eating a delicious, you know, restaurant meal. So I went to M&S and got myself some really nice food. But I think by the time it was ready, it was so late. I'm just so busy at the moment, and I just assumed that my friend was a few days' time, not like a week. In a few days' time, so it's my own fault, but so silly. Like, I've never done that before. I didn't make these earrings, they're off Temu, but I can't believe how gorgeous they are. I've had them for a couple of years now, so they may still sell them. How nice are they? I love these with the cacti on as well. I make necklaces though. I've been wearing necklaces and working. I've had loads of compliments off the students, which a compliment from a teenager is a compliment indeed. You mostly just get, you know, insults. So I think when I go to the studio for the Christmas party, where we make pottery, you've got to give something that you've made. So I'm going to give a necklace. I just get wooden beads off Amazon, you know, with the holes already. Let me show you one. And I just roll them around a box with some metallic paint and, you know, colour them, wait for them to dry. They dry really fast, like the same night. And then I just thread them onto some organza. Just really nice, like metallics. They look really good with any neutral top and a blazer. Yeah, I love stuff. I'm like a magpie, me. My room's just full of stuff. So, doing the tarot is an outlet for my creativity, because when you teach in high school, you didn't often get to make stuff. I used to be an early years teacher, so my outlet was all over the place. The whole room had to be set up with lots of imagination, you know, to inspire really high quality play. And I did love it. So when I started to teach primary and high school, I had to get the creativity out in other ways. So the channel allows that, and then doing the pottery does as well. Okay, one more shuffle. So tonight it's Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces. If you're looking for the other signs, I've already done them. In fact, I'm a little bit late getting the signs done. I thought I was out last night and then I didn't end up getting any sleep. It was just a disaster. I think I'm just so busy at the moment. I can't check, you know, details and stuff. So it's a bit of a warning, that, isn't it? I need to be careful and make sure I get everything right. Welcome into the chat, guys. Where's everyone watching from? Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Sagittarius's highest good. How is Sagittarius feeling in this third week of November 2025 with regards to one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Sagittarius is feeling, first of all, please. Oh, Sagittarius, you have got the Lovers reversed. So it's the major arcana for Gemini. When it's upright, it's 2 people that have a soul connection. They agreed to have a soul contract when they were in the 5D, and now it's being carried out in the 3D. Okay, they're a perfect match. If you think of Gemini, it's the twins. So this is a perfect match, okay? But when they're reversed, it feels like the opposite of that. So it's unrequited love. Okay, so you're recognizing a connection to be a mismatch. You're watching from Pakistan, that's cool. You're watching from British Columbia. So that's in Canada. I love that everyone can come together on this channel. That's so cool. Yeah, look, the Ace of Cups reversed. So perhaps there was love and now it's gone. See, that's a shame. You're watching from India. I don't pick cards and I don't do individual questions on these lives. They're collective. So you just watch your sign or the sign of your person or both and see if it resonates. The 9 of Cups, it sort of fell in the challenge position. So I think you're trying to find your way, Sagittarius, after losing this great love that you've had. You're trying to find your way and stand on your own 2 feet and learn to be contented, no longer as half of something, but seeing yourself as the whole picture, you know? Which is not easy to do, but there's a lot to be said for it, and you know, you become like a really good version of yourself when you have to do things like that. Let's see who's showing up for you. So it could be someone from the past, someone that you're currently dealing with, or someone who's coming in the future. Right, they are showing up as Pisces. They don't have to be a Pisces, but in the story of the major arcana, the Fool realizes that Even when things are not illuminated, you know, at night when things are hidden, things are in the dark, we must walk forward anyway. We must not let fear get the better of us. So that's where this person's at, okay? It's water energy, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The Four of Wands reversed. Okay, so this person is afraid. They know that they are experiencing a lot of instability at the moment. It's frightening to them. When the Four of Wands is upright, it's the 1111 card, and 4 is a number of stability. It's the 4 legs to a chair or the 4 walls to a house. This union is solid, okay? It's unbreakable. These two people are declaring that they're together to the world, you know, to the local town. Everyone knows that this couple are together. Maybe they're married, maybe they are living together, but they are together, okay? It's an unbreakable bond, and it's a time of celebration. It's rock solid. When it's reversed, there's massive instability, okay? So that is frightening to come out of that stability for this person. It could be your ex. The Two of Cups. Now, the Two of Cups is when you start dating someone and you start to fall in love. So it wouldn't really make sense for that to show up by an ex. It would be more of an Ace of Wands, like a rebirth, or Eight of Cups reverse, like trying to stop you from walking away, or, you know, Five of Cups, grief, sadness, loss, regret. This seems like they've met someone new. I'm sorry to say. I think they've found like a new romance. Let's get 3 for the outcome. So in the timelines, if you look at your timeline and you look at their timeline, you're trying to be okay solo. You know, you're not jumping into bed with anyone new. You're not waiting for a knight in shining armor or some mystery woman to just come and make it all better. You're just trying to be okay, you know, solo. This person has got involved with someone new. They feel like they're in love. And it appears to be mutual. In the outcome, we've got the Devil upright, so we've got codependency. It's the major arcana for Capricorn. It could be codependent. I don't like when people type in capitals. That looks really aggressive. I don't know why you've done that. It just says to me that you're going to start shouting and raving on about, well, how you don't think it's right what I'm doing, so I'm getting rid, okay? You know what I don't get is when people come into a tarot reading that's called a tarot reading and it's called Seven Chakras Tarot, and then they ask me what I'm doing. Does that make any sense to you? Shall I just walk into a library and say what you're doing? Shall I walk into a school and say what you're doing? What is this building? It's just like, what? Walk into a train station and say what you're doing. I'm waiting for a fucking train, lad. I don't know what you want. It can only mean trouble, can't it? This could be obsession, codependency, you know, strong attachment that's hard to break, addiction. You see the two people are naked and they're bound to one another. It's very, very difficult for these two people to exist without one another. You know, it's impossible. And it could be to do with desire, seduction, or it could just be a sense of like, I'm not able to function without my other half, you know. Let's see. And here we go, the Five of Cups reversed. So we've got recovery from grief, sadness, loss, regret. that is grieving after the loss of a relationship, potential deceit, or just it not working out and feeling like it's failed, you know, the marriage has failed. It's a very serious connection, or it was a very serious connection, because we had the Lovers card, we had the Four of Wands. There was a lot of stability, there was a lot of commitment. Sometimes, you know, with the best of intentions, things don't work out, or they don't last forever. And I sound like I'm saying that lightly, but I'm not. The High Priestess is in the challenge position. So in the outcome, right, it says in the title, collective readings. So you shouldn't be lost. It tells you what signs I'm reading for and that they're collective readings, okay? In the High Priestess, it's the challenge position. The High Priestess is Pisces energy again. It's about following your intuition. What is your gut telling you to do? Your third eye chakra. What do I feel I'm meant to be doing? Where do I feel led? What's my body telling me? Do you know what? I'm just getting annoyed now. It's just stupid questions coming in. It's like people have had a pint and they're just like, do you know what? I'm just going to say something really dumb. Whatever. Okay, so this is the challenge. Like, do I feel connected? Do I trust in the divine plan? Am I being guided, you know, to where I'm supposed to be, who I'm supposed to be with? So this is normal. If you look at what we've got in the outcome, you know, it's hard to stop obsessively thinking about particular people. It's hard to move on from where we feel like we've let ourselves down or we've let the relationship down. It's hard to trust your own judgment, isn't it? So these are quite natural emotions, really, for any kind of ending. Let's get a message, because this looks like it's your ex-spouse to me, or ex-serious, you know, partner. So what would they say to you? I'm leaving. I'm ready to leave a situation or mindset that has not served me and hindered my growth. Wow. Okay, so they're very clearly their heart's not in this anymore, you know. That's the truth. Oh, I know I sound like I'm saying stuff really lightly. I'm not. I've been there too many times. And I'm not a victim, you know. It's just, I think this is just a fact of life, unfortunately. Not everything lasts forever. A lot of things don't. And I do believe most of us, we start things out with the absolute best of intentions, you know, but if you've given it 110%, that's all you can do. That's all that you can do. I'm 40 now. When I was in my 20s, I used to feel like, you know, other people were against me, and obviously I date men, so I used to think that men were against me or boys were, you know, vindictive. Everything's premeditated. It's not. Most people don't know what they're doing, you know, they're just trying to find their way through. Maybe they haven't matured yet, maybe they don't know what they want, maybe they knew what they wanted but it's not what they want anymore. It's genuine, you know. Not everyone's a villain, a victim. Then you've got different kinds of connections, or to teach us a lesson, they're karmic or whatever. This person isn't showing up as karmic to me. They're showing up as someone who's just realizing that it's not like where the heart lies anymore. And they have even got to a point where they've met someone else. So it doesn't make it any easier, but I don't think it's done with malice. I don't think it is. I'm not getting the Seven of Swords. I'm not getting anything, you know, that says anything terrible, but we'll continue to clarify, okay? What did this person love about Sagittarius? Okay, so you probably achieved a lot together. You achieved a lot of stability, you know, financially. You put your money together, you worked hard. You could have assets together. What is it that went wrong, though? Bottled up. So they've not expressed how they're feeling. This was coming for a while, potentially. I hate it when people do that, though. Like, as soon as their feelings start to change, they should tell you. They shouldn't keep it to themselves so that they can process it and get used to it and then be all right with the idea and then tell you. So you're just devastated. But I feel like a lot of people do that. Yeah, they've held this inside for a while. They started to feel this way a while ago, I think. Boundless spirit. Your only limits are the ones you put on yourself. Storms of love. Conflict is an opportunity for growth and change. Peaceful parallel. Harmony flows, lives aligned, basking in the serene glow of peace. It came up sideways, so let's read both. Moonlit unity. Use understanding to have greater emotional balance. This person, they literally go in with their gut. A lot of the cards that are coming out are Piscean energy. It's water, it's feelings, okay? They feel like this is what they're supposed to be doing. It's not a sense of nastiness or, you know, just thinking in a purely sexual way. The person's following their heart. Fake apology. There could have been, like, circumstances where this person let you down and then you just felt like, you know, it's a bit bullshit, like, they would apologise, but you didn't feel like it was sincere. Like, you know, if it felt like there was maybe something going on, there could have been. Something could have been distracting them from you. Silence is its own kind of confession. You could have called them out, and if they didn't say anything back, maybe there is skeletons in the closet, maybe there is something deeper going on, or maybe they were distracting themselves with someone else for a little while. There could have been some sort of overlap. There doesn't have to have been, okay? This is a collective reading. To be honest, you feel betrayed at just the thought of someone thoughts that they don't want to be with you for like a while, sharing that with you. That should be straight away as soon as someone starts. We got unfinished business, refusal, forgiveness, reconciliation, guidance, faith, healing, intuition, and dreams. Dating, new love, options, back on the market, and determined, persistent, still holding on, flowers and gifts. What is this person doing? I feel like they've wanted their cake and eat it too. They've tried to like keep in this connection and have the security of it, and they want to feel like a good person, like they're pouring into you. But then it's like they're tantalizing themselves with the opportunity to like start something new as well. That's very selfish. That's very selfish because they've like thought about, you know, how to make themselves feel good. It's quite annoying, actually. How's this person showing up? Animal spirit. That's a poison dart frog, isn't it? Harmless, but it's not. Fire ants. I mean, I don't know much about fire ants, but obviously they exist as part of a colony. So this person enjoys to be a part of a wider picture, you know, part of a community. They don't like to be completely solo. However, you know, they've not been what we thought they were. Cheetah, you know, very determined, uses all of its might to go after its prey, and has to rest the rest of the day. So there's a lot of determination within this person. There's fire, water, and earth. I'm not doing personal readings, it's a collective reading, so you just need to watch your sign or the sign of your person. It'll be next year by the time I get 4,000 watch hours, and then I can do live Q&As, but they'll be called live Q&As. So it'll be a question and answer session. I would never do that in a collective video, okay? Memberships will be starting in a few weeks. Anyone who's a member will receive monthly finance readings, monthly health readings, and a how to read tarot series, and maybe some other bonus readings as well. Love collective readings will remain free. If you want a private reading, it'll be a long ass one, absolute bargain for £18. Turnaround time is 3 days, 72 hours. It'll be a private pre-recorded video on YouTube, and you'll get a link that only you can see the video, and you can watch as many times as you want at your leisure. Just to let you know, because I know a lot of people are putting questions into the chat, but I don't take them. This is collective, okay? Let's get you some advice then, Sagittarius, because this is all about you. Enough about this person. Oh, you've got a lot of people around you. You're going to be fine. You've got a lot of people around you who are going to, you know, help you through this really awful time. Friends, family, colleagues, you know. As an adult, you constantly make new friends, I find. I really enjoy it. I always make new friends in work. I don't know if it's because I change workplace fairly frequently, but I think there's a period when I was like around my late 20s, early 30s, and I used to worry, you know, it was quite like and far between in terms of friends, because your high school friends you lose touch with or grow out from, and everyone seems to be in a very transient state, like they're transforming themselves into either being a parent, a homeowner. Yeah, it's that time in your life, that Bridget Jones time. And then now I just seem to pick up friends like no one's business. I'm very discerning. I don't want to be everyone's friend, but I've got some absolute gems. If you watch me regularly, you'll know I've just made an absolute best friend for life in my latest workplace. Shout out to Brenda, Gemini. Right, back to you guys. Advice for Sagittarius, but you've got support all around you, okay? And to be honest, I advise this. This is the best thing you can do for yourself. Is to learn to be the Nine of Cups and be contented without another. Relationships make you weak, and that's the truth. It's nice to enjoy being inside a relationship that's healthy, but how often, you know, does that last forever? Or how often do we get a healthy relationship and then when it stops, we're like a shadow of ourselves because we've got so used to someone taking care of us, being there for us, you know, justifying us, justifying how we feel, what we think. And then when they're not there, oof, what a change. What a change. It is hard. Very, very hard. How can I be more flexible right now? What are you trying to control? Maybe it's time to let go. Let love move through you today and trust the outcome will be for your highest good. That's really nice. I like that. That's sweet. Remind yourself all day long that you are safe, that life is happening for you, and that you are not alone. That's so sweet. Thank you, Spirit, 'cause that's then do some yoga. Okay, so learning to be calm when you're anxious, when you're worried, when you're fearful, you know, your heart races, it flutters, you sort of feel breathless, you know, like swimming's really good for anxiety. It helps you to calm down, but just relax, slow down, you learn to be in the moment and seek out other people to get through this. This is a really hard time, you know, it is. It's a fact. I feel really honoured when people ask me to be there for them. I actually feel really honoured. I like being that for someone. It gives me an opportunity to be a good friend. That's what friendship is, isn't it? It's not just about having a good time together. It's about giving someone the honour of letting you be there for them. They choose you, you know. Bet on it. Yes, we're most of the way through the Sagittarius reading. After Sagittarius, it'll be Capricorn, then it'll be Aquarius, and then Pisces. Giraffe and visionary rise above earthly matters. So earthly matters being bills, work, you know, all the stuff that you take care of if you're a responsible person, paying the mortgage, worrying about, you know, legal issues. They're earthly matters, okay? Putting food on the table, doing the shopping, cleaning, anything that means that you've got to be responsible. Glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path. Stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. Oh my god, that's so nice. You know why I love tarot? It's not for the tarot decks, it's for these oracle decks. Because if it gives spirit a chance to be there for you and your spirit team. And there's a lot of people in your spirit team, a lot of angels, a lot of protection. If you're interested in finding out more, there's this book, The Four Psychic Clairsenses by Kevin Hunter, and it's really cheap on Amazon, but he explains your spirit team and the hierarchy of angels that you've got around you that you can ask for help. And for different, he explains the different chakras and then which angels you can ask for help with regards to each chakra as well. It's really light reading. It's not a dry book whatsoever because I wouldn't be reading it if it was. I read it in 3 days on holiday beach, so, you know. And I had some sort of like spiritual awakening as well, like a few days after when I was going to bed. I was seeing all like purpley pink colours where your third eye is. It was so cool. It was really nice. I don't know what it was, but it happened after reading that book, and I've never experienced anything like that except for when I have done meditation or, you know, like yoga in a studio with lots of other people doing yoga. I've had like hallucinations, or when I've done like a sound bath. But this was just from reading this book. I know it was, because stuff like that just doesn't happen to me like without some sort of activity ahead of it. Green man? All that I desire comes to me easily and effortlessly. I know this to be true, for I am abundant in all that I do. That's a lovely way of thinking, you know, and you will attract in so much love, so much abundance when you keep saying stuff, you know, and you truly believe that you have done nothing wrong, you deserve the best, and you've got good things coming to you. It might not feel like it now, and maybe it doesn't happen for a little while, but it's coming. Why would it not? Okay, it's definitely coming. Right, I am gonna get a divine timing card to see when you've got new love coming. When will there be new love for Sagittarius, please? Okay, so don't rush this. This period of getting used to being you and only you is an important one, so don't rush it. And then we've got a couple of other cards that have come out. We've got September. And for some people, within a couple of months, okay? So it doesn't mean that you're going to have nothing going on. I mean, you may even start to feel a kind of way, like maybe you just start to crush on people again in a few months. Maybe you won't, but, you know, this is collective. So everyone's situations are different. And people, you know, you never expect to kind of fancy anyone ever again, because you just feel like, I know this is like too much information, but if I'm completely devastated or heartbroken over someone I've been in a really serious connection or marriage with, you get depressed, like your body gets depressed, do you know what I mean? So you don't fancy anyone and you don't feel sexual, but it's like the point where your vagina is depressed or like your dick is depressed. And I know that's weird, but I know I'm not alone in like experiencing that. It's just like your whole body's affected by how you're feeling. So don't rush it, you know, you don't have to. We're not just sexual beings, you know, we're people, and we deserve the proper time to heal, you know. Protect yourself, protect your heart. That's what this period is for, isn't it? It's for recovery after literal heartbreak, like it hurts. And you would not want anyone to mess with you while you're still feeling vulnerable, so. Take care of yourself, Sagittarius. You're surrounded by love and people that are ready to be there for you. If you like this reading, if it resonates, please give it a like, share it, subscribe to the channel, follow the channel, repost the video for me, and I'll see you in the next one. We are able to do super chats, super thanks. What's the other one? Super. Is it super emojis or something like that? There's things like that available on the channel now as well. If you like my vibe. Okay, so we're going to be going on to Capricorn next. And now I've got a Capricorn in the house because someone commented earlier. It's time to change my setup, I think. I have to put something a bit more festive. I've liked this though. I've loved this spread. I love these cards. Look at this. This Capricorn. We're reading the Hunger Games with Year 9 at the moment, and the Sagittarius card makes me think of Katniss, the archer. Please don't spam the chat with questions. These are collective readings. I don't take questions in them, okay? Okay, so let's have a few shuffles for Capricorn. If you're interested in like random kinds of readings, you can scroll back, and I've previously done who was I in a previous life. What is my true life's purpose? The Native American Indian medicine wheel. Yeah, the past lives ones are cool. Not done them for a long time. I mean, I would say the past lives one is timeless. It's by zodiac sign. How scouse is that? It's by zodiac sign. Zodiac. Me. No, I'm not pulling cards. I don't pull cards and I don't take individual questions. These are collective readings, okay? Spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Capricorn's highest good. How is Capricorn feeling in this third week of November 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Capricorn's feeling, first of all, please. Right, so Capricorn, you've got the Ace of Swords upright with the 6 of Pentacles reversed. So it looks like you're about to let someone know that you don't feel this situation is fair. You're not being given the time, the money, the energy that you are supposed to. Someone's dividing their time between you and another, whether that's children, work, another lover, family, a business that they've got. They are just not giving you this right time. And you're very clear about this, okay? This is Ace of Swords, so it's the truth, a revelation, a major confession, clarity, okay? Something is not fair. You can see the scales of justice, and this woman is trying to give to 2 people. She's trying to give fairly, 3 pentacles for one, 3 pentacles for another. 6 is an even number. But with it being reversed, something is unfair. Aries was already done earlier on in the week, so if you go out of this live, you can look at the lives playlist, and Aries was it's probably about 3 videos ago. It'll say in the title which signs have been done in that reading. I think I did Aries and Taurus together. The 3 of Cups upright. Yeah, you suspect that this person has another. It's a third party situation. The 2 of Cups is 2 people being in love. The 3 of Cups is 1 too many, okay? It's a love triangle. So I get 3 cards for how you're feeling. I get 3 cards for how your person's feeling. And I get 3 cards for the outcome. This is just the energy for the current week. Okay, it's not like an overall what's going to happen in life. It's the energy this week. I clarify why they feel the way that they feel. I get messages from them and I get you some advice from Spirit. So yeah, so it's a 9-card spread. I go through all the signs of the zodiac every week. So they're weekly readings, they're collective readings. I don't take questions, even though people keep putting questions in the chat. Let's get one more for how Capricorn is feeling. We're currently on Capricorn. I do personal readings. They're £18. You get a pre-recorded video on YouTube that only you can see. Payment is by PayPal, or I can give you my bank details. There will be memberships available soon. You'll get monthly business education and finance readings, monthly health readings, and a how to read tarot series. And there might be some other, bonuses thrown in during holiday periods as well. But I'm a full-time high school teacher, so I'm really, really busy. I would need to do live Q&As and take questions in lives. I would need 4,000 watch hours, so that won't be this year, that'll be next year. Probably this time next year. It might happen sooner, but I don't know. The Hermit reversed. Well, that was already there, wasn't it? The Hermit reversed. So, the Hermit card upright is the Major Arcana for Virgo. In the story of the Major Arcana, the Fool realises that the answers lie within him. They don't lie with someone else. This person is not going to get the answers by asking other people how they feel, or by asking other people, was it wrong what this person did in a relationship, or what was my part? You get that from introspection, isolating yourself, locking yourself in your room or your house and having a really good think, breaking stuff over, reflecting, analysing, pulling it apart. This is shadow work, and it's healthy. It's healthy to do this. We all need time to ourselves after the ending of a relationship, or when we're taking stock of how something is going, if it's not going how we want it to. There's either a need for that hermit work, or you've just come out of hermit work. I think there's a need for it. I think you might put something on pause because it's too complicated, it's too messy. I mean, these collective readings are free, but I wouldn't do individual readings for free, because what's that? That's like driving a bus around and giving people bus rides for free. Or, you know what I mean? Just giving away all your meat if you're a butcher. I work full-time as a high school teacher, so it's really good that you're getting free collective readings. If you want a personal reading, you should pay for one. Is that not true? The Three of Swords reversed. So this person is recovering from heartbreak. When it's upright, it's like they're stabbing themselves, it's a card of sacrifice, like a broken heart. When it's reversed, there's recovery from a broken heart. And I think that's happening sooner in this timeline. That's their timeline, that's yours. You feel betrayed and you're becoming clear on that. If they're already recovering from heartbreak, how's that happened so soon? You know what I mean? So I feel like they're to blame. So with that in mind, you could be dating someone who you didn't know is committed to another, or you could be committed to this person and they've been cheating on you, or you could be dating someone that you do know is committed to another, but it's just like not working out whatever way it is. The World card reversed. So in the story of the Major Arcana, the Fool realises that better days are coming, okay? The world is about taking life's rough with the smooth. You know, the glass is half full. Yes, half the water is gone, but we've had bad times. There will be, rationally and logically, we know that things will improve. You know, after a peak, there's going to be a trough. After a trough, there's going to be a peak. This is the ebb and flow of life. So, yeah, we know better days are coming, but this person, with it being reversed, they feel like everything's just rubbish. You know, they could be depressed. They could be feeling really pessimistic. Oh, thank you, Carpe Diem. Let's get one more. The Strength card. There's a need to be emotionally strong. Yes, there is. This is the Major for Leo. So this could be a fire sign. I don't know if it is or it isn't. Okay, but it could just be telling a story of heartbreak, depression, and really trying to actively pull yourself out of that. So it's not like this is a situation where there's been no victims or there's been only one victim. It seems like nobody's winning, does it? Really, no one's winning in this situation. No one's getting the right time or feeling like a priority, feeling special. It's not happening. And the person that's dancing around between two situations, they start to feel like the biggest jerk or the biggest, you know, I don't know, most foolish female or foolish male, you know, and they know that it's shitty. So it all starts to implode very quickly. The King of Pentacles reversed. So in the outcome, we've got the King of Pentacles reversed. The King of Pentacles, when it's upright, is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Pentacles represents money, earthly matters, so paying the bills, being generous, you know, gift giving. Earth signs show love through buying gifts for people. They love to do that. They love to buy things for themselves. Yeah, so there's two cards there because they're a combination. So that counts as one card, 2, 3. Okay. Combinations are one card because they tell a story combined. King of Pentacles, when it's reversed, is someone who's either bleeding money, hemorrhaging money, or they're spending a lot at the moment, or they're feeling like less than generous, you know. Kings and queens can represent people who are married. They don't have to. They could be a homeowner. They don't have to be. They could just have a really good job. Okay, but when it's upright, it's someone who's good with money. They're good at saving it, spending it. They're generous with it. But when it's reversed, money could be tight at the moment, or we could be feeling less than generous. I mean, we hemorrhage money when there's separation or divorce because you've now got to pay your own set of bills or double sets of bills because you've got the bills for your old place and the bills for your new place. The Five of Swords. So harsh words could have been exchanged, you know, with people going off in different directions. It's like you or them, one of you had the last laugh, but no one's kind of feeling good about it afterwards. You know, the last word, the last laugh. I don't know why, I just feel like you told them what's what, you know. Now there's meditation, taking time out, taking much needed respite to really mull things over before acting again. I'm not sure what you type in. I don't know what that means, so I'm going to get rid of it just in case, because it's in capitals and it just makes me nervous. Maybe it's nothing bad, but I don't understand it. Eric. Okay, so in the outcome, we've got division, we've got a loss of money, and we've got stagnancy while things lay in wait. No one's happy on either side. Let's get a message from this person. I'm in the middle of Capricorn. I'm just clarifying. I always put the cards here because I film from my phone, so I don't think the software to put banners, you know, for each sign. I think you've got to do that from your laptop. And my laptop's terrible, guys, like for the camera. It'd be so grainy and disgusting. I've tried it. Easiest thing is for me to use my phone, so I just put the card up. I mean, Baddison's the OG and she has a blackboard with chalks. Focused on money. I'm currently oh, that makes sense, doesn't it? See, that's them. That's them. I'm currently focusing on my career and finances. My main priority is financial stability. Now, these are the 3 cards at the bottom. So you have 1, 2, 3 cards on this side. 1, 2, 3 on this side, and then these are the 3 at the bottom. So the King of Pentacles is the outcome. Okay, but I feel like it's them. Message from them. They're focused on money. You know, they're definitely suffering emotionally though, like with depression and stuff. They're really, really down. What is it that this person did love about Capricorn, or does love about Capricorn? You are so different from anyone I know, yet you feel so familiar. Okay, so they did feel that they met a soulmate in you. They may still feel like that, but somehow this just isn't functioning. Things would have to seriously change. It's not a good dynamic how it's operating at the moment. What is it that's gone on? Although I do feel like it's third party. Somewhat of a love triangle. Sneaky snake. Going behind your back, deceitful swindler. I mean, that's definitely a possibility now that we've seen that. I mean, sometimes you meet when someone's already in something and they're not in love with that person anymore, but it's still cheating, isn't it? They should really get themselves out of a situation before starting a new one. Fluttering heart, your passion leads you to the love you desire. Okay, so they do love you. Hanging on, release the past and let yourself love again. Awakened rebirth, become conscious, stay aware, and embrace the renewal of your essence. I mean, I'm assuming that you're the third party, someone that is seeing someone who's married, because they're showing up as a king, but it could be that, and the third party card is on your side, but it could be that, you know, this is your person and they've wronged you by introducing someone else into their life, but you'll know what your story is. Either way, they're for money and they do love you. Whether it's, you know, the person that you're in a serious relationship with or you're the third party, they love you. They're wanting to leave a past situation and begin with you. Knowing they fucked up. Yeah, they're the ones that did wrong. They've got two people that they're seeing, two people that they're giving to. Hearing your name still makes my heart race. Oh, they got the hots for you. They love it when you like message them or ring them. You get really excited at seeing that. They proper crush on you. Capricorn. See, I don't feel like that would happen if it wasn't a third. I feel like you are the third person, but Inferno, chaos, job loss, everything crumbling. Now, this can happen when someone tries to have two lives. Trying to keep up with everything, it's tiring, it's stressful. You know, stress takes its toll. You get run down, you get physical ailments, you're distracted. People notice that. Sometimes when you're really chronically stressed, you get physical, you know, effects on your heart, on your stomach, your muscles, you're incredibly tense. This person's made, you know, they've painted themselves into a corner, haven't they, with all the... How are they showing up at the moment? What spirit animal? I'm not taking individual questions. These are collective readings. If I do a live Q&A next year, it'll be called a live Q&A. So you would still need to pay £10 to have a question answered. The only free readings are collective readings. Don't ask me to work for free, guys, please. Cheater. See, this person's showing up very fiery and, you know, they have bursts of energy, but they're exhausted in between. They're in that hunter phase, you know, where they're in pursuit of the thing that they need, but they could be completely distracted when they're not, you know, feeling that passion. It could be like you don't exist kind of thing. Because that's a very single track mind, that, like, they're only going to think about one thing at a time. Do you know what I mean? Let's get a message from them. I don't have the energy for this right now. You know when you see like cheetahs in the savannah and they're just like, their hearts are literally pounding and their breathing's really heavy because of the heat. I think this person's feeling the pressure, you know. They're proper like exhausted, fatigued. Let's get advice for you. Where's everyone watching from? Make space for it. I mean, do they mean make space time-wise or make room in your heart? Like, what does this person, what does spirit mean? Make space for it. Perhaps you closed your heart to this person, you know, like your heart's hardened to them because you're annoyed at them being so spread so thin. Northampton, oh cool. Make a list of why. Okay, so if you don't know what you're doing this for, make a list of the reasons what you value about this person. Why are you obsessed with them? Why are you into them? Why are you wasting time on someone that's already taken or someone that's, you know, putting other things before you? Like, they must be important to you somehow. They must be special. They must stand out somehow, like from the rest. Maybe they once, you know, did something that was very sweet that you think, okay, this makes them different from the others. Maybe, you know, you sense that there'll be some sort of conclusion or improvement, some change. Maybe you should make a list of the reasons why this isn't serving you, why it's not good for you, how it's actually making you feel, you know, whether it's living up to what it's supposed to. What proportion of time are you happy and what proportion of time are you unhappy due to this person? Then you can create some boundaries and some non-negotiables, you know, and say, well, within like X period of time, if they're not honest with me, within X period of time, if I don't get where they're going with this and what they want out of it, or if I don't see any change, yeah, I've got to put myself first. So like, I think that's a good to make lists, because when it's on paper, you think, gosh, what am I doing? What am I actually doing? Or sometimes people are very judgmental and then you think, well, yeah, but I know what this person means to me, or like I understand that it's part of a twin part of a twin flame journey, or I know that it's not supposed to be easy, my connection with this person. It's part of a twin flame where we trigger healing and most of the time we're apart, you know. And it doesn't mean I don't want support from friends or family or colleagues when it's a tough phase, but when I want to see them, I will see them. And no one's going to tell me what to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, only you know. You are like the CEO of your life, so it's your choice. You've got free will, and you probably understand this connection more than other people do who are watching from the outside. Most people, when they give advice, they're going from their own experiences, and maybe they've never experienced this, or maybe they don't know what a twin flame connection is because they're not into tarot, or they're not into, you know, they're just like someone who's purely science, or I don't know. They've just never heard of it. They don't think about stuff to that depth, you know. Sun God, come all, come now, expand into the skies and into the shadows below. That feels like, you know, when you're energizing, because it's about the sun. The sun gives you energy, it sheds light. It's like when it's sunrise, start of something, isn't it? Like a new chapter, like a new day is dawning. 4 is a stable number. Expand into the skies and into the shadows. So where light goes into the shadows, everything becomes illuminated. Oh, you're going to super chat me? That's really kind. Thank you. I got my first one off one of my mods the other day. Off Varian Redbeard. How sweet is that? Peacock. Oh my god, how well do my nails go with this card? I need to get me some peacock colours. I'm going to look for stuff on Temu, like whether it's clothes or something for a spread here. Oh, I need colour. I'm polychrome, so I love colour. I like things to be multicoloured. I don't know if it's a Taurian thing or a Libran thing, because I'm Libra moon, Taurus sun. But I love colour. I need colour. You were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life, and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. How well does that go? Because it's talking about not being jealous of the time that this person is giving to others. Some of this could be out of duty, out of responsibility, out of bullshit. You know, maybe they've got problems in work. Maybe they're about to lose their job. So sometimes the situation is critical, and whilst you are still suffering from a lack of their attention, you can't go wrong by focusing on yourself. You cannot, okay? If this person's coming back to you with renewed vim and vigor once their situation's improved, great. Not saying that focusing on yourself means you're not allowed to like continue to like this person, but you're not going to pursue them. You know, focus on yourself, okay? Pour into your own health, your own wealth, your own happiness, create good activities, spend time with others, spend time with yourself. You know, get comfortable with it just being you, and then when you do get attention from them or another, that'll be a bonus. Right, do I need to pull anything else? Let's get one of these. Hi, Brouch 3070. You don't ask a question, it's collective readings. We're on the sign of Capricorn. Other signs were done earlier on in the week. I will be doing Aquarius and Pisces after this. They're just weekly love readings, so you just watch and you see if it resonates. To be honest, if you watch regularly, you'll see the long-term narrative that's playing out for you and for your person, and that will answer your questions. But I do personal readings as well. They're £18. You can direct message on TikTok, Instagram, or email me. It's on the channel description. Turnaround time 72 hours at the moment, because I'm a full-time high school teacher as well. The eternal star. You are an eternal star. Your light will always guide you to your highest truth. I love these cards. These are Celestial Realms cards. Virgo's been done. So if you go out of this live and you go to the lives playlist, I think that was the last video. If you go onto the lives playlist and you look down, they're in order of most recent, and it'll say in the title which signs were done. But Virgo will be there. Virgo's already been done, which is good because then you're not waiting for anything. You can watch it back. When is Capricorn going to hear from this person? Or they'll probably tell us to mind our own business with what's coming out. Yeah, they're very distracted with things that they just have to focus on right now. When you're truly ready for it. Okay, so there could be a bit of a lesson in this for you as well. This time apart could be for your own good, Capricorn, even though you don't want it. If you liked this reading, please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost. Support the channel. If you want to, there's super chats available now. Super thanks. I don't know what the other thing is. I think it's super emojis or something. But they're like little donations just to say thank you. Memberships will be starting in a few weeks. I've got so much going on. I've got an interview for a job in the school that I'm working in. That's on Thursday. I've got to prepare for that. I need to meet with my accountant and find a company that helps me to certify my passport and stuff, so I haven't got to send it off to the US because I don't want to do that. Why would I send my original passport to the US? Absolutely not. So yeah, I've got like that, and then I'm doing my full-time teaching job as well. So I'm just very, very busy. But it's good. I'd rather be busy than have nothing going on. But yeah, if you were watching me back in September, I had no work. I was destitute. I had like nothing going on. And now everything's going on all at the same time. And I'm just pressurised because this UK-USA tax treaty thing has to be applied for before the 10th of December. And I'm like, I just can't do it all. That's why I crashed out in bed earlier today, because I'm just like exhausted. Let's tidy away these cards and we'll get on to Aquarius. That's why when people say, oh, would you just pick one card for me? Like, why won't you just pick one card? It's like, why won't you just understand? Like, there aren't enough hours in the day. Never mind if I had the energy, or, you know, if I wanted to just work for free on top of what you already get free, because you're getting these collectives free and you get like an hour long reading every week for your sign and for the sign of your person. So you're not getting a bad deal, guys. But there's no way I'm going to sit and just pick free cards for people or do individual readings, because when would I do it? When would I do that? Honestly. That's why when I work, I want payment for it. Do you know what I mean? Because why am I just working for free otherwise? I guess you don't want to do that and sit and work for free. Surely. Especially not when you're really busy and tired. Especially not. Right, let's get the Aquarius card. The water bearer. I teach English, but I'm trained in geography. I picked geography because I read, if you read The Power of Geography, that's a really good book. It's all about politics and how geography affects everything, like we need to know about geography because the environment and how climate's changing. We need to be able to predict everything so we can make international agreements and move swathes of people around the planet so that it can be safe because of rising sea levels and stuff. So it dictates like political boundaries are dictated by physical geography, although that's less so now because of drones and stuff. It's so interesting. I won't bore people who aren't interested in it, but I love geography. But I love teaching English as well. I think I just wanted to use my geography and history degree and that not be for nothing, because it was kind of redundant before then. Although I used it a lot in the International Baccalaureate, even when I was teaching kindergarten. I love the International Baccalaureate curriculum. I think we should have that in the UK, but it's funny because if you work abroad, they really value, when you've been teacher trained in the UK, they value that more than anywhere else. But I think the Swiss baccalaureate curriculum is superior, far superior. It's so good for like making connections, piecing things together, not just learning things prescriptively in their own boxes. Yeah, making connections between stuff, building theories. Anyway, don't ask me because I can talk about it forever. Yeah. I found myself teaching Macbeth, Robert Cormier, Zana Fryon, The Bone Sparrow, doing poetry. We're actually looking at poems by Eminem and Rihanna. We're looking at Monster and stuff like that to teach poetry. It's really good. Yeah. I like to have poetic license. I don't want to just do the lessons that are already there. I like to make my own lessons. But anyway, people who are Aquarians will just be like, can you just get on with it, love? So that's what I'm going to do. You want one of those things? What thing? If the 29th of August, I don't know if you know what of September she's Virgo. You have to just give it a quick and come back and live. If you're, say, like I'm early on in Taurus season, so Aries readings resonate because in the zodiac order, Aries is like the neighbor of. So yeah, it's weird, but signs that you cusp with, that you are neighbors with, and sometimes it'll be a very similar narrative, or it'll be a similar narrative, but give you some different details, and you're like, oh my god, that resonates as well. Also, if you put your date of birth into Google, you can get your moon sign. You only need your full date of birth. You don't need what hour you were born or anything like that. Just your full date of birth and put moon sign. And your moon sign is like what's hidden, like your emotions, your feelings, what governs those. Like, because I'm Libra, what's important to me is a sense of justice, right and wrong, seeing both sides, which is what makes me a good person for teaching history and geography and philosophy, RE, because I'm really good at building arguments. And you do that in English as well. It's part of who I am. It's nice looking at your moon sign because it explains a lot about yourself and why you are the way that you are. the strength reversed. So Aquarius, you're showing up as maybe feeling very over emotional at the moment, struggling to find strength during this time. It's the major for Leo, it's fire energy. You could be having outbursts of anger. You could be feeling really weak. Oh, thank you. Thank you, FR33. What? Are you French? Or are you the person that's watching from Northants? Yeah, you're watching from Northampton. I like it round Northampton, you know. Long story, but I was looking at getting a house round there. I'm not no more. It's to do with the toxic karmic, but yeah. I like Northampton. You're not French. I just wonder what FR was for, and then it looks like moi. Moi. You're Cancer. So Cancer I did earlier on in the week. So yeah, if you go out of the live when you want to, you can look at the lives playlist, and a few videos down, it'll say in the title, Cancer. I think I did Gemini, Cancer together. They might not have timestamps on yet, but you know, I'm a busy lady, so. I don't know, is anyone able to put comments on my video? But post, because it was saying that there's a known issue. I comments very because I initially had them. I got trolled, so I turned them off. But I don't think anyone's commenting on my posted videos, so maybe try. But if you can, you could be a doll and put in timestamps for other people, because I'm just super busy. But I will get around to it. I know it's annoying when people don't timestamp. Queen of Swords upright. 10 of Pentacles reversed. 4 of Wands upright. I mean, we've got a situation that involves very serious union, even marriage. These two people are being celebrated in the community as being a strong couple that are exclusive. You know, they're together, they're only with one another. It's being celebrated. 4 is a stable number. Oh, it stands for free me, does it? Oh, yeah, 33 is like the E's. Okay, that makes sense. Ten of Pentacles reversed. 10 of Pentacles, when it's upright, is lasting generational wealth. So that is acquired by two people, these two people, putting together their incomes, their savings, their assets, okay? And then so there's money for their children, for their children's children, for pets, for parents, okay? That's reversed. And the Queen of Swords is, for me, represents a divorce card. Look at her body language, okay? She's about to cut that structure down. She's cutting that structure down. That is a woman scorned, okay? So this is divorce vibes. 10 of Pentacles, when it's reversed, is division of assets, okay? When it comes to a marriage, when it comes to a very serious, committed relationship, there is divorce happening, okay? Now we've got an energy of watching, waiting, looking, observing. Okay, me clandestine vibes, like that shield's raised. You know, we've got armor on. We're holding a sword just in case anyone sees us. The shoulders up. Very, very defensive behavior. Okay, trying to get information. You could be asking around. You could be trying to understand how someone's feeling, what someone's thinking, what they're doing, what they're saying, by asking others, by looking at social media. You could feel really on edge, you know, like people are discussing you a lot. Let's get 3 for the one that's showing up for you. So it could be the person that you're divorcing, or someone that you're thinking about, or someone coming in the future. Now, I forgot to say that the Queen of Swords is air energy. Swords represent air. They are communication and information. It's Gemini, Libra, Aquarian energy, and of course you are Aquarius. This is the truth. This is justice. This is, you know, honouring the community, what's right for the community, serving the community. Your love language is acts of service. You like to be of help and support, provide knowledge, resources, justice, give your time and energy, you know, in that way. Very good creators, public speakers, motivational, good at writing. But yeah, it's in a love reading, it's a divorce card that you can see from the body language, can't you? So the one that's showing up for you is the Hierophant. So that is the major arcana for Taurus. You could be dealing with a Taurus. The Hierophant is the teacher. Okay, so this is someone that has lived a lot of life, and through experiential learning, so it's not like just a knowing that was just there. This is from life experience, many tough experiences. This person now wants to lead, and they want to share what they've been through with others, because they don't want other people to suffer the hardships that they've suffered. Okay, they're no longer the student, they're now the teacher. That's the story of the Hierophant. Taurus energy. These are collective readings, okay? So when you come in, you just watch it or chat to me, but you don't put in personal questions. I won't answer anyone's questions. 9 of Wands. This is an energy of active pursuit, movement, going for what you want. Wands are phallic, okay? So this is passion, desire, energy, enthusiasm, motivation, and it's fast-moving energy. It's someone acting on impulse. They're thinking, I want this, and I'm going for it. Yeah, it's a collective reading, and I'm going through the zodiac signs one after the other. We're currently on Aquarius. The Two of Cups reversed. This person feels that they're in love, but maybe the one they desire does not love them. Because when the Two of Cups is upright, it's mutual, right? And it's early on in a cycle, because 2 is at the beginning. In tarot, the numbers sequence from 0 all the way up to 10, and then it stops and it resets back to 0. So 10 would be the end of a cycle, 9 and 8 would be near the end of a cycle. 0, 1 and 2 is at the beginning. See, this is a love that's not mature, okay? It's early on when you're dating and you fall in love. When it's reversed, this person feels that their love is not returned, or the other person has not developed feelings yet, you know, that mean saying, I love you. Sometimes, you know, it happens where sometimes it's happening at the same time, or one person feels it first and they're waiting for the other person to say it. So it doesn't mean it's not going to happen, but you could be dealing with a Taurus. It doesn't have to be, but it's someone who's very passionate. They're a wise person, okay? They know what love is. They're very wise. But they feel that the love is not returned at the moment. Let's get 3 for the outcome. The Tower reversed. So this is Aries energy. Look at that fire raging. The Tower is falling down. Existing structures disintegrate. Everything crumbles. So if you think of structures as relationships, jobs, where you're living, this happened to a lot of people during COVID. You know, existing structures were pulled down. Towers have to fall, okay? It's a major arcana. So when it's reversed, we're trying to stop the tower from falling. That's very difficult to do, okay? It's impossible to do it, but it's resisting the inevitable. What gets built in place of a tower that's fallen is a brand new tower, an ivory tower that's diamond encrusted. It's beautiful, it's better, it's stronger. So although this amount of change is terrifying and uncomfortable, it serves a purpose in that what replaces it is superior. Okay, we don't want a tower that's like this. Why would you want that? Why would you want that? Let it fall, okay? Someone's not letting the tower fall. The Queen of Pentacles. So we've got a Queen of Swords and a Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is reversed. When the Queen of Pentacles is upright, it's someone who's a fantastic provider. They have good income, savings, they're very generous, they love to buy things for people, that's their love language. It's earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. When it's reversed, money could be a problem, and what we've got here is the division of assets and money. A loss of money, outgoings, lots and lots of change, okay? So it could be you. It could be you showing up as a Queen of Swords and as a Queen of Pentacles reversed. They're showing up for sure as a Knight of Wands, which is just heavy passion, fancying someone, but also someone that's falling in love. Let's get one more for the outcome. We're just in the middle of Aquarius at the moment. It's collective readings by zodiac sign, and we're going in zodiac order. So if you don't know what the order is, you can Google it. But it starts off with Aries and goes all the way through to Pisces. So we're just at the end, really. For this week, anyway. We'll start a new set of readings on Monday. I'll be uploading them as individual readings. you know, splitting up these lives and posting them as individual readings for TikTok, and I'll post them on YouTube as well, so people can watch them at their leisure, but it gets it through the algorithm a second time as well. Two of Wands reversed. So the Two of Wands, when it's upright, it's a planning phase. This person needs to decide what they want, A or B, left or right, stay or go. When it's reversed, they're refusing to do that. Maybe because they literally don't know, or it's going to be uncomfortable, because we've got the sense of refusing to let the tower fall. So somebody's waiting for you. Someone here is single. They could be a Taurus. They're waiting for you. They have feelings for you. They suspect that you're not in love with them yet, or for right now. But you've got all this going on, haven't you, Aquarius? You've got a lot going on. Money's tight. You've got chaos, major change. I think you're just pumping the brakes at the moment. I've already done Cancer, so if you go out of this live and you look at the lives playlist, if you go a few videos down, in the title it'll say Cancer. So you can watch that one, because it's already done. There's no waiting. Let's get a message from this person that's showing up for you, Aquarius. This single person who's got strong feelings for you. Lots of passion. Not the right time. I'm overwhelmed with responsibilities. I don't have the time or energy for a relationship. Okay, so this person is saying, not my battle, not my drama. I've got so much going on that even though I've got all this passion for you and I want to pursue you, even though I've got these feelings for you, I feel that you have not developed feelings for me yet, and I need to focus on my stability. Okay, I've got too many projects, too much on the line. Very important time at the moment, certain deadlines, certain responsibilities of their own that they are really needing to stay focused on. It's a wise person, it's not a frivolous person. You know, people, tarot readers depict someone who's showing up as the Knight of Wands as like someone very thoughtless, but it's not a thoughtless person. This is the Hierophant, it's the teacher. It's someone who's lived a lot of life. They've experienced a lot of relationships. They may have lived all over the world, done all kinds of things. This person's not stupid, okay? It's an old soul. What do they like or love about Aquarius then? He's showing up for a reason. I'm thinking of you in this very moment. I miss you. Okay, so just because they're not getting in touch with you, just because they're not in your physical presence, does not mean that they're not thinking about you. You're probably governing their thoughts quite a lot. They're thinking about you right now. Let's get a message from them. I will see you sooner than you think. Okay, so perhaps things were about to change in the next week or two. Things could be about to get more exciting. What energy is this person showing up as right now? What animal spirit? They're showing up as a raccoon. What do we know about raccoons? They're quite portly. They look like they give a good hug, but I don't know if they do. Are raccoons like scavengers? We don't have raccoons in the UK, so I don't really know that much about them. They look like a cat burglar, don't they? It's earth energy. Earthworm, more earth energy. Okay, so that makes sense because this person is serving a really good function at the moment. They're very useful to the community, to the animal kingdom. You know, they're processing. What do earthworms do? They process dead leaves and dead matter, and the soil, you know, goes in one end and out the other. And then we have like nutritious matter for future living things to use, okay, that serves the entire food chain. So this person's like being very useful to their community. They could actually be a teacher, or they could be you know, a mentor, a leader, a counselor. I don't know, something really useful in the community for people. I don't know what to say about raccoon. I don't know what to say about it. I think if you like lunge at a raccoon, it might scratch your eyes out or something. I wouldn't do that. They look cute and cuddly, but it's giving like wanting to keep a distance, you know, keeping you at arm's length. That's what I would say about that one. Maybe you've got a different interpretation. Let's get some advice for Aquarius then, because this is about you. Be clear about what you want, Aquarius. Don't mess this person around. I'm like clawing at the table trying to get the cards up. Oh my god, here we go. Unicorn, infinite possibilities. You are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you, beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light, abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. Wow. Spirit's urging you to push through, okay? Make sure you push through this difficult time. Raven and Shaman, you are the creator and the magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. Connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. Claim your place, claim your place as keeper of the mysteries. You also have a lot to offer the community and people around you. This is part of your experience. This is your experiential learning. Okay, so what you go through now, you'll be able to share with others how that felt, what you did to get through it. The benefit of having difficult times is we experience the most, what do I want to say? We experience the most growth in difficult times, okay? So through all this, you're becoming tempered, you're becoming the best version of yourself, you're going through an ascension. Okay, this is all part of the experience. You are an air sign. You are someone who likes to serve others. You like to be useful. You like to be there for people, to help people to grow. You are very influential. This chapter that's being written is a chapter you're going to be able to tell others. These are weekly love readings. They're collective readings. I don't take personal questions. You just watch it and you see if it resonates. You watch your sign, the sign of your person. I'm on Aquarius at the moment. I'm at the end of Aquarius, to be honest. It'll be Pisces next. All the other signs have been done, so you can go out of this live and look for, in the lives playlist, the sign that you're interested in. Okay. Raccoon is some shadowy, sneaky energy and the need to make new work. That's really interesting, that, isn't it? I like those animal spirit cards. Timu's too tight to give a booklet with it, so you have to like Google every time you want to know what it is. What it means. Maiden and 22. Demand what is yours and take back what was taken. Reclaim until you've gathered all of you. Wow. Wow. So Aquarius, you could be feeling really depleted by several different people, or by this divorce scenario, or someone could be taking advantage of you, you know, taking the piss basically out of your like good nature. You may need to fight things, fight for what's yours, and you know, don't take it lying down. Don't let people take advantage of you. Okay. A spirit is asking you to reclaim what's yours, so I don't know whether that's money, energy, emotions. Some people are vampires and some people are money grabbers. Okay, so you got to decide what you're dealing with here. Whoops, I squashed my cards. Hang on. Oh, look at this. It's a shield, celestial protection. You are divinely protected. Trust that you are safe to pursue your dreams. Don't allow people to frighten you or shame you or take, you know, more than their fair share. Spirit wants you to know that you're protected, okay? So people can try to wrong you, but they won't be successful. You're allowed to ask your angels for help, by the way. Someone up in the sky is watching over you right now. They want you to be your authentic self, to pursue what you want, who you want, and make sure that you keep hold of what's yours. Don't let anyone take more than what is their fair share, okay? Okay, these are your soul's truth. Am I letting fear stop me? Are you experiencing a mountain of fear right now? Are you stalling, freezing, or giving up? That's what that is, okay? stalling. You are the boss of fear. You are unstoppable, but it's up to you to see that by taking action, okay? Go for what you want, decide what you want, and make it happen. Today, be brave and do it scared. Choose one fear and move through it. You are in need of a hero, so that is who you will become. Oh my God, that's powerful, isn't it? That's so cool. I love that. Look at all these images. Hi, Christian. What are the dominant emotions that run my life? How do you fill your day? Stress or joy? Trust or anger? Anxiety or peace? We have only today, right now, the journey. No goal, no destination will bring us the feeling we seek. But when we begin filling every day with that which we value most, we will attract more of it. This is fulfillment. Today's soul action: lean into what you want to feel and adjust your life, your values, and your expectations to match your desires. What do you want to feel? Are you willing to let go of the belief that you have to achieve something to feel it? So you may have got into your head that you're only allowed to be happy when you deserve it. But the secret is, Aquarius, everyone deserves to be happy just anyway, yeah? That's your automatic right. Okay, when is Aquarius and the one that's showing up for them, when are they going to be in touch with one another? Did something come out then or not? I don't think it did it? October. There could be significant changes in October. Obsessing over timing creates blocks. Okay, if you liked this reading, or my vibe, please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, hype the channel, and I'll see you in the next one, Aquarius. You're welcome to stick around for Pisces, especially if you cusp with it. If you're late on Aquarius season, then Pisces readings may well resonate. In a personal reading, they don't have to be about love. I can do health, wealth, or love, or general, to see whatever comes out. They're £18. You can direct message on TikTok, Instagram, or you can email me. It's in the channel description. Memberships will be starting soon. If you are someone with a membership, you will get a How to Read Tarot series, a monthly health reading, and a monthly finance reading. Love readings that are collective will remain free. I then get to choose what adverts YouTube puts on, so don't have a go. What do they always put on? They always show some kind of therapy one, don't they? I'm nothing to do with any of that, okay? I advise getting yourself a proper licensed therapist if you want one, or just go into your GP. They're amazing, to be honest. Well, I can't stand the things that they advertise, nothing to do with me. Just a quick disclaimer. I don't even know what, I'm not up to speed with what adverts they show, actually. Maybe some of them are good, but I have YouTube Premium. I pay for YouTube Premium, so I don't watch ads. I read that loads of people are refusing to pay their BBC license. But I think that's right, you know, because these days, who watches BBC? Mostly we're watching Netflix, which we pay for. We're watching Amazon Prime, which we pay for. If you've got Sky, you're paying for that. Everyone's paying for what they're watching for, so what they're paying for BBC when they're not watching BBC. Like, do you know what I mean? It's true, like, times have changed. And the amount of scandal that the BBC's had, maybe it's time for it to fold. Just my musings on a Saturday night. Right, let's get Pisces. Christian, what sign are you? I'm not doing personal readings in the chat. I'm doing collective readings. So if you know what sign you are, you can watch, look in the lives playlist and watch that sign. Don't ask me for work to work for free. It's not fair. You can buy a personal reading if you want. They're £18, a absolute bargain, because that'll be like an hour long for 18 quid. I don't have 4,000 watch hours. When I do, it'll be sometime next year. So they would still, you'd still pay like £10 to get a question answered. Now, having one question answered or having an hour's worth of a reading for £18 it's a no-brainer to me. But people continue to ask questions in the chat, so I will start doing live Q&As, but I'm not allowed to do it till I've got 4,000 watch hours. I reckon it could be like spring next year, summer next year. I don't know. You're Capricorn. Oh, I've just done Capricorn. So if you rewind this live, I think it'll let you rewind the live and watch from the beginning. It's probably about 30 minutes in, 30 or 40 minutes in. You'll see the card. You'll see the card change from the Archer to the Capricorn, the goat. I can't timestamp it until it's finished processing, which is why the others aren't timestamped yet. Spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Pisces' highest good. How is Pisces feeling in this third week of November 2025 with regards to what they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? 3 cards for how, I'm thinking of Capricorn now. That's your fault, Christian. 3 cards for how Pisces is feeling. Hi, welcome into the chat. I think I put memberships at like $5.99 or something. It was, I didn't go loads because I figure like the subscriptions that we all pay are around that price, aren't they? I'm not going to be too greedy with it. But they're not ready yet. I've got to sort the paperwork out in a few weeks. You've got a Libra in the house, a Capricorn in the house. So if you go out of this live, if you're wanting to, go out of this live, go to the lives playlist, and then look at the titles on the last few videos, and you'll see which one has Libra and which one has Capricorn. Capricorn was in this live, you just need to rewind. So Pisces, you've got the 2 of Wands reversed. Now, the 2 of Wands, when it's upright, is a planning phase. So it's, do I want A or B, this person or this person? Should I stay or should I go? Do I go left or right? It's being at a fork in the road and needing to make a decision about where you're going to go next. when it's reversed, it's like refusing. Just like, nah, I'm just going to stay here. I'm not going to pick. We've got the Seven of Pentacles reversed and the Page of Cups reversed. So, when these are upright, the Page of Cups will be someone who is offering you some sort of emotion, and obviously that could be an apology, or it could be an expression of, hey, I like you. The Seven of Pentacles, when it's upright, is stop. So this person has put time, money, and energy in the past into cultivating some crops. So kind of now they're stood back, they're having a look to see what's been achieved. When it's reversed, there's a lack of emotion being expressed and a lack of there's a sense of we're not reaping the rewards of what we've sown. Okay, so a sense of lack. Not enough's been cultivated in the past. We feel like we got nowhere, you know, nowhere quickly. You're welcome, Christian. I was only joking before. Right, what have we got? We've got the King of Wands, but it's in the challenge position, and ooh, the Queen of Swords reversed. What are these? This is fire energy. Wands represent fire, so a King of Wands could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius energy. The King of Wands, when he's upright, is someone who's very secure, very confident, assertive. At times can be quite intimidating to others, you know, because they're just so confident, they're so self-assured. Solar plexus is activated. This is a go-getter. It's someone that knows what they want. They create goals and they go for them. They're immovable. That's the challenge, though. So can I get what I want? Can I create a goal and go for it? Well, not when you haven't decided which way you're going to go, left or right, A or B, stay or go, you know? The Queen of Swords reversed, well, that is terrifying. She's got a very dangerous blade there, okay? So this is, don't come near me unless you are going to speak the truth. It's air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. She can represent divorce. When it's reversed, swords are communication and thoughts. When we wield a sword incorrectly, we can cut people very deeply. Okay, so it could be a misuse of communication, as in blocking or ignoring communication, or it could be saying nasty things or demanding, you know, a separation or a divorce. So there's a need to possibly stay or go, because if you look at the rest of the narrative, there's it's not being made. And then in the past, so you might be about your Pisces. Let's get 3 for the one that's showing up for you. Could be someone that you think, someone that you're currently involved with or dealing with, or someone that's coming in for you in the future. The Four of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so The Four of Pentacles upright is the miser. See, this is a card person, the one that's showing up for you. Look at the body language. This person's holding on to what they don't want to share. It's being possessive, having wealth, conserving and preserving time, money, and energy for themselves, for their own benefit. When it's reversed, they could be, maybe they're becoming more generous. So pentacles are coming out of the pockets. Maybe they want to give more time, give more energy, spend some money on you. Okay, now we've got the Three of Cups reversed, the Hermit reversed, and the Nine of Cups upright. Someone's been having everything all their way. Okay, this person has pleased themselves. They've had things how it suits them. This person's contented. They're single. We've got the Three of Cups reversed. So this is, a third party energy. 3 people involved, like a love triangle. It doesn't have to mean that every time, it's a sense of coming together, celebrating, socializing. 3 is a number of community. But in a love reading, we tend to have drama, don't we? And it can speak to someone creating a situationship, where there's 3 people involved. They're giving to 2. And they are showing up as single. The Hermit is a lack of introspection, not taking time out to take stock. Not thinking about what their part was, because that's the major arcana. This is like in the story of the major arcana, the fool realizes that he must walk this part of the journey alone. Okay, and then we've got the Nine of Cups. I don't know who this is, okay, but they've been involved with love triangle, and they're either being selfish or they feel that there's a need to be selfish and focus on themselves. I don't think you're happy with what's being achieved, and I think you cut your losses. Let me just plug in because my phone's on 10%. We're doing well, because I've not been called the devil once tonight. Not as far as I know, anyway. Usually that happens at least 3 times. I'm an earth angel, I'm not a devil. Okay, let's get another one for this person. The Three of Pentacles reversed, a lack of cooperation, a lack of teamwork. So when this card is upright, this is coming together. These 3 people are each putting in time, money, and energy to build something beautiful. Okay, it's teamwork, community, cooperation. When it's reversed, there's a lack of that happening. This person feels a lack of cooperation. Let's get 3 for the outcome. The High Priestess reversed. Hi, Christy. The High Priestess is Piscean energy. It's your crown chakra, your third eye chakra, and it's knowing that there's a divine plan, trusting your gut, trusting the process, knowing that everything happens for a reason, that it's all going to work out eventually, that there are lessons in everything that happens, that you will be led where you are supposed to be. It's that sense of trust, that connection with the divine, okay? It's very spiritual. When it's reversed, we may be feeling a lack of connection to spirit, a lack of trust, a lack of, belief that things are unfolding how they're supposed to, or that we'll be guided, where we're supposed to be. I'm 40. I turned 40 this year. The Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is reversed. Now the Queen of Wands could be a third party. She can represent someone who's, well, it's Sagittarian energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now we've got the King of Wands, haven't we? We've got a matching pair, divine counterparts, the King and Queen of Wands. So I think this could be your ex. It could be the person that you're cutting out of your life. This Queen of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, heavy Sagittarius energy. You're confident, go-getter, seductive, knows what they want, creates goals, goes for them. Solar plexus activated. Was she reversed? I feel like she was, The Empress? The Empress upright. The Empress is the major arcana for Libra and for Taurus. It's shared. The Empress attracts, she does not trace. She is very high, does not trace. Does not chase. She's high value. She's the same status as the Emperor. She can reproduce, literally, she can produce as many times as she needs to. She's creative. She's the ultimate nurturer. She's abundant, It doesn't mean that life is easy for the Empress. It means that she is supposed to have that happily ever after eventually. Okay, there could be lots of times of hardship, but she is the creator. So she can make an abundant life as many times as she needs to. That's upright. I can't tell if we've certainly got a couple divine counterparts, 2 people who were together in a serious union, and then we've got an Empress as well, and I can't tell if one of you is becoming the Empress or there's 3 people here. But to be honest, it mostly looks like a story of the 2 of you parting ways, and it could be due to infidelity, or just a lack of cooperation. It's a parting of ways for sure. It's blurry. I don't know why it's blurry. It's blurry and it's cutting in and out. That's annoying because we're on the last sign. Let's get a message from this up in your reading, Pisces. I think it's X. Seem to be it. Run away. Would you pack a bag and meet me in Hawaii? I just want to get away from the world and be alone with you. They don't want to be separating. What does this person like or love about Pisces? If I need to refilm Pisces, I will, because I don't want it to be blurry and cutting in and out. Sometimes when I'm busy, I pause to think of you, and it's like a breath of fresh air. I wonder if that's the other man or the other woman. Let me wiggle the wires and see if that helps. Because I do have a bit of a dodgy connection. I don't take personal questions. These are collective readings by zodiac sign. I will see you sooner than you think. This isn't the last that you've heard from this person, Pisces. How is this person showing up for you? The golden egg. They're showing up as ether. They're not showing up as air, earth, fire, or water. They're showing up as ether. There's more to come from this person. I wasn't expecting that. Zebra, someone that's hanging back, someone that's very quiet, very watchful. Unicorn, ether again. This never happens. This never happens. There's something magical about this person. They wish to manifest. I wonder if you're going to be attracted to this person or they view you as the Empress. Well, what was it that went wrong? Because we've got this sense of not enough was achieved, not enough was cultivated. Was it third party? Cuts both ways, good and bad. Division. So you could have had quite an argumentative, problematic relationship. So it's not all bad. However, you know, it's not been plain sailing either. Perhaps both of you were at fault at some point. Shard of love, past trauma leaves scars. Take time to heal yourself. Someone could be, you know, having a trauma response to certain things that come up. I love the colour blue. There's a really nice card somewhere with a peacock on it, and it just spoke to me. So I need to be buying greens and blues. I need. It's not a want, it's a need. Looming agenda, you have different ideas about love and intimacy. I don't know if you've argued about, like how much you're intimate with one another, how often you sleep together, make love, whatever you want to call it, whatever you feel comfortable with, or what that looks like, because that's very personal as well, isn't it? Personal preference over how that goes. It's very important to find someone that understands what you like, and if you in that area, it doesn't mean everything can be perfect. It does cause problems, doesn't it? Like when you're not a good match in that way, you become hella distant from one another really quickly, and it's not really about lust, it's about being emotionally united and replenishing one another and being, central one another is very important. So when people pull away from you, and it's not just for a little while, it's for a long time, how can they expect the relationship or marriage to sustain? How can they expect that? Because they're pulling away from you physically, it's going to create emotional distance really rapidly. So that could be an issue in this. It says love or intimacy, so just, you show, how do you show someone that you love them? Well, you turn up on time. You're thoughtful, on special occasions or just anyway, when they're sick, you give them sympathy. There's different ways of showing up for someone and showing them that you love them. Taking on half of the housework or being actively involved with the children and showing a united front with children. It's all important, all of it. And a lot of people think relationships and marriages just do themselves. No, they don't. And resentment brews quickly. Emotional intelligence. Okay, so it's very important to be emotionally intelligent when it comes to your partner, understanding how they're feeling and how what you do affects them. For the past few signs, oh no. That's really annoying. I don't know what's causing that, Is it like that for everyone? You know what happened the other night? My phone dropped into the bath. My friend, my work bestie, messaged me and the phone went fully into the bath. And I can't believe it's working at all. So it could be the water damage, or it could be just a YouTube thing. I don't know. If I have to refilm, I'll refilm. Love's hard, isn't it? When you think about everything that you've got pitted against you in a relationship, it's hard. It's hard to make it work. If you're questioning it, you already know the answer. That envelope makes me think of so many things, like, it makes me think of, like, paternity tests, or it makes me think of, like, secret love letters, or it makes me think of, like, I don't know. If you watch that Ferrari movie where it's Enzo Ferrari and he has his wife and business partner and he loves her, but then he has like a whole other life with a younger woman, and they have a son together. And she, oh my God, she finds out that he's having like a whole family somewhere else. What's really fucking sad as well is I think they lost their child, the one that the wife had with him. I think they had a son and they lost him. And he's had another son secretly somewhere else, so it's like even worse. Well, she finds out because she sees the post in the post box. She's with their accountant at the bank or somewhere, and like he mentions an address of like one of their properties, and she's like, we don't own a place in such and such, and he's like, closes up the books, and then she goes to the address and she takes like documents out of the post box, and it's addressed to him. It's got his name on the top, and that's how she finds out he's got a whole family somewhere else. There's some sort of like secrets here. Hi, welcome into the chat. I'm not taking questions. These are collective readings. I do personal readings. I can't do live Q&As until I've got 4,000 watch hours. That'll be next year. Memberships will be starting in a few weeks. But to be honest, if you watch the collective readings on a weekly basis, you should be able to follow the long-term narrative for you and for your person. And it should answer questions, if that makes sense. Conflict resolution. We've been getting this card a lot, you know. I don't think this is beyond sorting out. I don't think this is beyond sorting out. There's a potential to sort this out, okay? Is that the unspoken truth, that one? Yeah. Some sort of secret. I'm going to contact you. I need to speak to you. You'll regret it. Wait. Okay. Maybe it's saying don't cut your losses with this person yet. Be the Empress, okay, and wait for the person to contact you. I think they've got something to tell you. I definitely think they've got something to tell you that they haven't revealed to you. Ooh, Golden Egg is listening to the quietest and purest message of the heart. Oh. Zebra is stylish world traveler. I want to be Zebra then. Unicorn is wondering if something really exists or if it ever did. Oh, how well does that go? Oh, wondering if something exists or it ever did. Oh my God. And it says, don't give up. You'll regret it. Conflict resolution. I'm going to contact you. I need to speak to you soon. Seek wisdom in prayer, but also have an open dialogue. And this person wants to run away with you. So I think there's a wider picture here. Something's going on, which is like this person wishes they could just get away from everything. but like with you. Do you know what I mean? Hummingbird and miracles. You are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. Oh. Pisces, you bless the world with positivity and love. Yeah. Can I make you a moderator because you're a very nice person and very supportive? What's your name? Because your username is rnew. What should I call you? I'm just looking for Free Me as well because they're really nice. Self-worship. My hands fold as I speak to the stars. As I speak to the stars, watching as the sky holds its breath. It's in stillness that I find all that I am and all of divinity within me. That's quite sweet, really, because we had like a lack of faith, didn't we? And then here it's like, it's in stillness that I find all that I am and all of divinity within me. We've got miracles. Sex magic. Don't worry, I react the same every time it comes out. I draw on my body with an invisible blade, carved with the bliss of lustrous teeth. It is in the allure that I will meet blood and flesh. Oh my god. Suppose it is Saturday night, isn't it? Right, let's get one more. Oh, we've got a couple more actually. Right, one more for Pisces. Advice for Pisces. That took ages to come out. The cosmic thread. You are connected to the universe's divine tapestry. Trust the thread of your journey. Oh, Spirit's telling you, like, don't lose faith. Okay? You're exactly where you're supposed to be. I find that so, like, comforting, so relaxing. Make the best of it. Okay, so things aren't perfect, but they can be resolved. What if it isn't true? The thing you are telling yourself right now, the concrete reasons why you think you don't belong, you can't do it, you won't get there, you're not enough, or it's not for you. What if it wasn't true? Today's soul action, it's time for a soul chat. Close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, and ask the wise one within you, what if it isn't true? What else might be possible? Journal your answer. What lie do I need to let go of to reach my soul's truth? Okay, so telling yourself that you don't belong, that something isn't possible, you're never going to do it, you can't do it, you won't get there, you're not enough, or it's not for you. What if it isn't true? Okay, Spirit's telling you that's not the truth. Okay, that is not the case. Right, I'm just going to hide people that are sort of angrily spamming. These are collective love readings, so they won't be your individual reading, because it can't be, because it's collective. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know how else to say it. I think people just try their luck anyway. Okay, a date for when this is going to be resolved. Refocus and stop waiting for it. October could be significant, okay? You might be having a tough period at the moment or time apart, but Spirit's urging you to just see this as part of life and telling you you're going to hear from this person, telling you, you know, to be more positive, rebuild your belief, you know, this is all part of life's tapestry. You are part of life's tapestry and you deserve happiness and you will have happiness. Okay, so don't allow the negative talk to everything. I suggest a really good book for Pisces. It's this one. It's The Four Psychic Clairsenses by Kevin Hunter, and it explains what the clairsenses are. Everyone has at least two. It goes through all the chakras and it tells you which angels from. It also tells you who is part of the spirit hierarchy, who's part of your spirit team. And I definitely had a sort of awakening a couple of days after reading this. It's easy reading, it's lovely. It's off Amazon. I don't know if it's got a price. It's like $6.99 or something like that. It's less than a tenner, I think. Yeah, but it's really good. I read it in 3 days on holiday. Remember to, burn Palo Santo. Say, I want love, I deserve love, and I will have love. Ask your angels to help you. If this is your person, if you're meant to be with them, ask them for help, in resolving this conflict that you've been having. You will have happiness. Everyone deserves it, okay? If you liked this reading, if it resonates, please give it a like, share the reading, subscribe to the channel, follow the channel, support the channel, hype the channel, super chat, reward me, and I will see you in the next one. I will start to do next week's readings on Monday, so I'll be dividing up these lives and posting these as individual readings just to get them through the algorithm again. I get most of my new watchers through the lives, but I think people enjoy to watch these at their own leisure, and it just comes up sometimes, suggested and that. So we're hustling. Right, I'm gonna go and relax now. Have a lovely rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, thank you. Oh, was it spot on? That's brilliant. Thank you so much. I hope you don't mind me making you moderators, just to help out when you can, stop people from spamming or let them know that it's a collective reading. Night. Have a lovely rest of your weekend. Oh, thank you. I like them as well. Yeah, I'll change the setup tomorrow, I think. I enjoy doing that. Take care, guys.